Chief Minister designate have with his cabinet? In terms of, I was hearing the interview of Mr. Ramesh Chitila and the other, ministers who are going to be, sworn in today. And they shows it just shows confidence. It just shows what confidence does he have in their abilities, in what they can do, in their political acumen. It's going to be a mix of experienced hands as well as young hands, and how they come in together as a team to make a difference. He's obviously given home to Ramesh Chitila, and and he's taken over finance, which is very important for the Kerala state. What is going to be really important here once again is going to be the first 100 days, how the team works in, what's the blueprint, what's the mission statement, what is the vision statement for Kerala. Pia, I don't know if you know this, but uh, India's first infotech park was started in Kerala. So the startup world actually started from Kerala and then it's gone elsewhere. So Kerala really has a chance to make a difference if they really want to. There's a change which has happened, and now if this with this new chief minister coming in, the conversation may not just be about ideologies. It can be about about employment. It can be about welfare schemes. It can be about infrastructure development. It can be about law and order, because Kerala as a state is very different from the rest. It's very literate, very educated. The people are very uncompromising. They will not give him much of a time for a honeymoon period. He has to hit the ground running. As in, if he's elected today, if he's swearing in today, people expect action right away. That's surely going to happen. Now the focus, like I've told, is not going to be just on ideological differences. It's going to be about brain drain. It's going to be about how do you manage the Gen Z. What is education all about in Kerala? Because Kerala has got so many things to offer, and none of the political parties have really capitalized on it. There is so much of tourism which is on offer. There's so much of industrialization which can happen in Kerala. There is so much of small scale industries which can come up in Kerala, because that's never come in because of trade unionism and various other factors. With VD Satheesan coming in, he can bring in a wave of change, right? He can come in and try to make a difference if he really wants to, because he's got a cabinet. He's got a cabinet which he has to work along. There will be a bit of push and pull with the different coalition partners, which is expected everywhere in politics. That is expected. What's really important for him is how he leads it from here, how he manages the different portfolios, how he hits the ground running, and how does the people's mandate affect him. That's very important, because he's come in from an opposition leader to now the leader. As an opposition leader, his priorities were different. As a leader of the party, as a leader of the state, he's the first citizen of the state, so to say. He has to make a difference here. He has to show leadership skills. He has to show how well he can, collaborate with his team members and also collaborate with the center. He has also shown, the things he spoke about brain drain, about education, about welfare schemes, about infrastructure development, the things he spoke about in the manifesto. It should not just be just talking for the media. Is he really walking the talk? That's going to be important, because if he does not do that, the people are going to make him accountable for it. Like they say, with great power comes great responsibility. He has to really ensure it happens. Like I told you earlier, in Kerala, winning elections is not just important. Governing Kerala is even more tough and difficult, because you're dealing with a very, very educated mindset here. It's not as simple as other states or as other countries. But that's what makes it interesting and exciting for somebody like VD Satheesan, who comes with that experience, who's been an opposition leader, who can also speak well. And I've noticed all the ministers who came in and spoke on his show, all of them were able to express the points with a lot of clarity, which just goes to show that there is something new which is coming in the offing.
Absolutely. We can also now, in fact, see that VD Satheesan has arrived at Central Stadium, and interesting visuals on your screens. You can currently see Rajiv Chandrasekhar and Pinarayi Vijayan are also present on this stage. There was a statement made by the LDF a couple of days ago that they will not be boycotting this ceremony, unlike what the UDF had done when Pinarayi Vijayan was taking oath. But you can see there Pinarayi Vijayan sharing a very candid moment with senior leaders from the Kerala Congress over there. Also present on the dais, of course, is Rajiv Chandrasekhar, who's of course been sworn in as MLA. It's been quite a journey for him as well, after losing his seat in the Lok Sabha to now, of course, improving the BJP's performance in the state. You can see Pinarayi Vijayan on the stage as well. So of course, we do know that the LDF is now in a considerable back foot. The LDF had also stated that they'd gone back to review what went wrong and how they can bounce back from what exactly has transpired. The oath taking is about to begin very, very shortly. So I'll take a couple of quick comments from our panelists who've been with us for about an hour. G. Sridhatan, I'd like to rope you in over here. We have a lot of opposition leaders also present on the dais. LDF, of course, trying to make a statement by not boycotting the event.
That is a very welcome change, because in Kerala you will see every time once one party comes to power, the other will be vociferously opposing, and in streets and also in other places. So this is a welcome change. Pinarayi Vijayan has been courteous enough to come over to and witness the oath taking ceremony, and of course. BJP president and MLA, current MLA, Rajiv Chandrasekhar is also there, and other CPI leaders, Binoy Vishwam, and others are also in the function. So that is very good. The optics are very fine, very good, and also nice voices have come from the government also, because BD Satheesan has said that he will cut down on the number of vehicles accompanying him. That is a very good change, and people wanted that. Last time it was very atrocious. The chief minister going with 40, 50 vehicles, ambulances and all that, and although it was a public nuisance, because a lot of traffic has to be stopped, and in many places old people who were in ambulances were lost their lives because of this kind of nuisance. So this is a welcome change, and he has all, and I'm sure that being a tough leader like Satheesan, BD Satheesan will go a long way in ensuring all this nice and all that. Only challenge what I foresee is that one is managing the coalition partners, because now itself, if you see, there are a lot of reports that Christians have been sidelined in terms of allocation of ministries. Kerala Congress. So that is happening, and also other places he has played a balancing game very well. But in Muslim League, one portfolio extra has been given. Things like that kind of things are there. But if he manages, his intentions are very good, then these things will die down. And also the corruption part, because whenever UDF comes to power, our experience has been a lot of corruption cases come up. This time on Pinarayi Vijayan's government, that earlier LDF used to be very perfect on that front, because corruption were less in LDF tenures. But last time it was atrocious. Shabarimala scam, gold smuggling scam, and a lot of other scams also. And his own family members were involved. Things like that, the allegations were there. So this time he wants to make a change, and that is happening. And also one area where they are lacking, and Pinarayi Vijayan government did better, was allocating ministries for women. There are only 2 this time. Earlier it was 3. But that is one area, because in many, we have Women's Reservation Act also now, but that has not been taken into account. But having said that, overall the mix is good, and he has to focus on the financial condition of the state, because it is in a very bad shape, and also the many decisions, and also Kerala, as you know, its unemployment is at a very high rate. And last many years, what you have seen is that the Public Service Commission, which used to appoint people and conduct exam, and all the eligible candidates were set aside, the list was set aside, and given the party cadres were given jobs and all that through backdoor. So these kinds of things, if it doesn't happen, then Kerala can look ahead with more promises and all that. That it will be very promising.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm running very, very short on time. So I'd like a quick concluding comment from Ramaswamy Mayappan and then Shekhar Vijayan.
What Srijat Cheta said, one thing is welcoming that the Chief Minister is setting example by saying he will reduce his convoy size, but he should already look at someone who won in Pala, Manisi Kappan, who actually beat both Shohansi George and from the Congress also. He is now already saying that not proper allocations of cabinet has already been made. This is today only swearing in day. He is already facing these issues. So there are major issues to be dealt with, like mounting financial debt for the state, unpaid dues to even government workers, contractors, public works department, small scale industries and transitional industries like rubber, tea, other natural resource processing, forest resource processing that have been left in the background in the last few years. All these have to be given importance to. These are traditional industries without hurting the natural resource that can give employment to the public and also bring a large scale revenue. These are things that needs to be concentrated. Something that used to be a homestay and a friendly accommodation providing for international tourists was always welcoming in Kerala, but today that is being modernized into resorts and large scale buildings, which is also antithesis to an environment protection point of view. So these are things that the Kerala government, new government, will have to take into consideration and ensure that when they talk of brain drain, these new employment and the 5 lakh investment schemes for new entrepreneurs, all these things are fast tracked and there is a proper mechanism of monitoring these things. That way they are able to protect the hill region, the forest region, the agri economy, the forest economy, and also the new budding technology related enterprises. That way they can ensure parallel progress comparing either Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat or Maharashtra and so on. So that will be much more beneficial.
All right, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, they've all arrived. So the ceremony is going to begin very, very quickly. Shekhar Vijayan, one final comment from you, sir.
Day for Congress, and it's obviously with high command coming in, they want to show strength. I think it's very important for VD Satheesan to walk the talk. He's been playing the social media game well. Now it's very important for him to really showcase his leadership skills, showcase his leadership chops. He's been the leader of opposition for a long time. Now he's a leader. He's got a cabinet of his choice. There's been a lot of push and pull. What is important is how does he play it from here? Everybody's going to be watching. People in Kerala are going to be watching. People in India are going to be watching. The rest of the world is going to be watching. We have a leader who really thinks he can make a difference. Let's see what he does. Everybody's going to be watching with bated breath. And today's swearing-in ceremony is going to be a historic moment for Kerala. With different coalition partners coming in, with the leader of the opposition coming in, everybody wants to come in. It's also going to be a show of strength. One needs to really watch the body language there, about people who are there, what they react, how they respond. Because when you come in for the swearing-in ceremony, it also reflects and showcases what you feel as a leader. So there would be people who would be coming in, there would be people who would be hugging each other, they would be smiling, laughing, applauding. It's going to be very interesting from now on. And his cabinet ministers are actually going to be, very, very important for him. How they manage the different industries, how they manage the different functions. Because like I said, Kerala has a lot to offer. And it's very important for a strong leader to come in and assert his or her authority there. So it's very important for VD Satheesan to take everybody along, take his different coalition partners along, and not be combative with the central government, but be very collaborative, because that's one way by which you can succeed. Who knows? He could unleash a new blueprint for the way politics is being dealt with in the future.
All right, with that, I'd like to thank my guests for joining me on the broadcast. Thank you so much, Mr. G.